Just fucking do it. Subscribe now.
You've seen The Hunchback. There's not much more I can say, really. I'm not going to be able to replicate that like you saw it live. It's quite remarkable, even for me. It's fucking remarkable. But not that the system needs validation, but it validates that somebody that with no experience whatsoever in the particular area of endeavor that you follow, even though you've heard countless people tell you, I don't want to say it's easy, but it's easy. Now, I still, by the look on your face, I know most of you don't believe it. And until you do it, talk's cheap, takes money to buy whiskey. But with 28 years of experience, or history, I should say, and with the pig farmer now, we can make a movie from this, and maybe we will someday. But guys, he illustrates it's our time for him to be able to go out and do that. But it's hard to swallow when it's a completely different paradigm shift, completely different. But I'm looking forward to the first of you and I don't want to hear your problems. I don't want to hear your chairman quit. I don't give a fuck. I am interested in your successes, and only your successes. We did away with the mentor program for a reason. You used it as a fucking crutch. And there is no more. So now it's for you to run towards the gunfire and kill metaphorically every cocksucker that's out there. And you have living proof, not that you need additional living proof. And you had Thomas, who tried to humiliate you, which he did a pretty good job. If you were looking at your own faces when he was telling you, I wouldn't have faith that you were going to, stop the enemy, the Huns, as they used to say, the Germans. But to your quantum leap and business and health and everything you do, and go fucking cut their heads off and rip their fucking heads off and shit down their neck. Cheers. Cheers. It'd be a time if I was given an award for who asked the most questions. Now, it's unbelievable. I tell you, those who ask the most questions normally fail. You'd be right up at the top, but you still ask the questions. And the funny thing about it, it's like when the leading Mercedes salesman was here a few years ago, and he told me tonight, graduation night, Mr. Peña, it's unbelievable how many fucking different ways they can ask you the same thing. Does it come down to cold calling? Of course, he was the only guy that was comfortable with cold calling because he had made a gazillion cold calls in his life. And he was trying to think back 10 or 12 or 14 years before when he had first started selling. And he says, I guess I would have done the same thing. And what he said, what I know, and for those of you that have been involved in sales, once you get over the initial pain of cold calling, the initial feeling of rejection, it's easy. You become numb. Like for those of you that have ever been in a fight, the first couple of times you get hit in the face, it stings, but then it's numb, and then you don't feel it anymore. Well, maybe you don't understand, but anyway, and you become almost anesthetized to it. And when I used to crank out hundreds of cold calls, and selling, as I've alluded to earlier, sometimes the guys didn't understand what the fuck they were buying from me. And sometimes, when I was selling real estate, I'd sell the wrong plot. I'd sell the wrong end of the lake. I just knew they had to say yes. And people knew that if they didn't say yes, I wasn't going to get off the fucking phone. So some people would wander in the showroom, the real estate showroom at that time, and they said, we don't want to see this guy, but we think we bought such and such. Well, he's right up. No. We don't want to see him because they were afraid I'd sell him something else. And I would have. And I should have. But you weren't as bad as the last class. The last class I came very close to resigning and sending you all your fucking money back. But then it produced the pig fucker. You can never underestimate how wrong he can be. I wish you all the luck you earn. I mean, and earning in this business is get on the call. You remember, you're 2,000 calls away from a short $1 million. And since most of you don't have a pot to piss in nor a window to throw it out of, I would expect that you want to get to that $1 million as quick as humanly possible. Anyway, congratulations.